Live from Febvre Stadium on the campus of Placer High School, Touchdown Productions, now in the 16th season of local high school sports television, is proud to present Placer Hillmen football. Tonight, in the PVL Championship game, your undefeated Placer Hillmen take on the undefeated Center Cougars. It's the battle of the two undefeateds in the PVL Championship is hanging out there for the balance. We've got all the action right here, right now. It's your NorCal game of the week. Well, the undefeated Placer Hillmen have the home field advantage for the final regular season game this year against their league rival and the undefeated Center Cougars. Good evening, football fans everywhere, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Paul Brown. Along with me tonight, my favorite Scott Hopper is here to help me. Our producer and director in the Commander 2, of course, is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and the rest of the Touchdown Productions sports team of Daniel Paddock and Remington King are here at Placer High School and ready to go for this championship game.
Hey, that's right, Paul. Everyone has been eyeing this date for weeks now, ever since these two teams have been knocking off opposing teams. The stakes do not get any bigger when you have a shot at the league title.
You know, Placer has been in the PVL Championship game the last 4 years and are 9-0, are looking at for that perfect season tonight. A win would give Placer their first PVL banner in the 7 years that they've been in the league. They have been in the playoffs 5 years in a row and have been to the section finals twice, but still do not have that league championship, that banner, to hang in the Earl Cribb Gymnasium.
As for the Center Cougars, they're riding the wave of success with their outstanding quarterback and running back, which we saw take apart Bear River earlier this year. They are opportunistic, and you cannot make a mistake against this team because they will hurt you.
That's so true, and so the Placer Valley League title hangs in the balance tonight, and they're packed here at Febvre Stadium on the campus of Placer High School. And of course, tonight is senior night, as we'll see the seniors out on the field with their coaches and their parents. So thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching us on NCTV Camcast 11 or NCTV Sudden Link 16, ACTV Channel 20 in Auburn, or perhaps you're on the web viewing our game on YouTube or at NevadaCountyTV.org. There's 8 ways to watch us tonight. So we've got the PVL Championship game straight ahead. It's Placer versus Center coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and there's Joey Montoya, and we will have senior night first here as
the
Joey.
The football program would like to recognize and thank the parents of our senior players.
We'll have Isaiah Bryce here.
For
You'll
4
see
years,
Isaiah
his parents have given countless hours and have worked extremely
and his
hard
parents,
to make their students' participation in football and cheerleading
as Joey waits for the announcement of the players.
From working to the snack bar to planning banquets, they understand that in the best of times, in the worst of times.
I'm here tonight also with Steve Sitter, who will be doing our stats, and of course Hopper. Hop, were you ever involved in this senior night?
I was in basketball and in baseball. I did not play football. I played in a fall ball league in baseball, so I did not participate under the Friday Night Lights. I did spend some time, certainly supporting my friends as their names were called out and their parents. Certainly I had friends in that arena.
There's Isaac Bryce and his parents will be first through. Coach Montoya will greet each of them.
Number 2, Casey Young with his dad.
And there's
Ken,
Casey Young.
And his mom, Shirley Young, and family.
And, of course, there is Isaiah Pinaron.
Number 3, Isaiah Pinero with his dad, Luis
Isaiah Pinero and his parents. I love the big pictures of the kids that they have. I think they do that probably to embarrass their sons more than anything else. It's very charming. Number 5, that's Michael Valdez.
And the pictures
Michael
look like they
Valdez
were children
with
at the
his
time.
father
You think?
Anthony
I
and
think.
mother Christy.
Number 7 is Chris James.
Number 7, Chris James with his father Brian Kurtz and his mother Danelle Martin.
Steve,
Family members.
you've been through this ceremony before. What goes through your mind as you watch these seniors walk through and pass and shake hands with the coach?
Well, a lot of them, this is their last game in front of
Number 8,
a nice
Tyler
home crowd that they've played in
Litzmeyer
front of
with
for
his
4
dad,
years now,
Dave, and his
out there with their
mom,
parents,
Jamie.
and it takes so much hard work to get to where they've gone, and just playing in front of this crowd, sharing it with their family and with undoubtedly their friends. There's just a lot of emotions coming through, just all this hard work paying off.
There's Jalen Lewis, number 11, the wide receiver, and his parents. Each of these team members have put in a lot of work. Both the parents and the
Number 11,
athlete,
Jalen Lewis,
hours and
his
hours,
dad, Ralph, and
practices,
his mom,
commuting,
Katie.
the cost of
and
being a
family.
football player. There's so much entails being a part of any one of these teams, regardless of the sport. So we get a picture of the parents
Number 12, Peter Denham with his dad, Greg,
hugging Coach
and mother,
Montoya
Stephanie,
as they're
and
introduced.
family members.
And we just saw Pete Denham, quarterback, the leader of this team, this offensive team.
They'll go center stage and have a picture taken. Coach Montoya gets to know each one of these
Number
athletes
20,
personally, and
Hayden
so many
Bear
hours are spent with each
dad,
one of them.
Jeff, Mom, Sarah,
Part of becoming a
and
team is
family.
getting to understand what your coach is looking for as a player, the kind of commitment that you give, and your family has to make that commitment as well.
It is a big commitment. They're playing football almost all year round now.
Number
I know that they
24,
have spring practices
Nathan
and they come back in
Rawls with his dad,
August,
Robbie
and here we
Rawls,
are in November.
stepdad,
That is
John
quite a commitment,
Miner,
not only
and
for the player,
mom,
but for the
Kelly Miner.
family and siblings
And
for that
family.
matter, because you can't really go away on a 3-day weekend. It is a major commitment.
A lot of these players have played since they were the junior Hillmen. Touchdown Productions has covered some of these junior Hillmen
Number
games over the
30,
years.
Stone Sander with his dad,
So Coach
Troy
Montoya knows them
Sander,
and starts
stepmom,
getting an eye for them
Tina
as they
Sander,
come up through the
and
ranks.
mom, Margie Meadows, and family.
It's the first time I've seen the banner with the face of the kids as children. This is really unique, really interesting. I wonder which
Number
mother came up with that
36,
idea.
Tony Suverkrop.
My wife would love it.
With his mother, Siska Suverkrop, and family.
Gil, if you'll pan to center field, they're taking the pictures of each individual family and the athlete.
Number 40,
They,
Dominic Granieri.
You can see the coach is hugging each of the players,
With his
each of the
dad,
families.
John Granieri, his mom, Darcy
He's
Erickson,
not waiting to be in the picture. Obviously,
stepdad,
Coach
Mark
Montoya is
Erickson, and
maybe a little
stepmom,
camera
Janet
shy, or he doesn't want to
Spirito Santo.
be a part of that. I think he's probably more interested in just getting out on the football field, getting the hugging over with, and getting out there and playing some football. Steve, when you did this, was it a distraction for you, or do you think this is something that the seniors look forward to?
I think it's a bit of both. just because they spend all this time with their coach, their teammates, just in a straight football point of view. And I think if this were any other situation, it would be a bit of a distraction. But they know the situation they're in, undefeated, going up against another undefeated team. And I think it'll take a little bit more than large printout baby pictures to get their minds off of that right now. It does. It can take them out of their rhythm. If they allow it, but I think at this stage of the game, they've been playing it for years and years. I think that'll be negligible, especially coming into a game as big as this.
Number 47.
One thing that I have noticed is that the center team has not come out on the field yet. Normally you would see the other team out doing their calisthenics, getting their warm-ups in, and they have chosen to stay in their locker room during this senior ceremony. And they refuse to have this in the background as they're warming up.
And Coach Montoya does have 25 seniors on his roster of his 47 players, so therefore he will have 22 returners to the Hillmen roster next year, which is a very good number.
That's number 47, Eddie Vendros. Big Eddie, doing a great job for the Hillmen. He's a defensive tackle and an offensive lineman.
And we'll see him next year playing for USC.
Number 50, Ryan Talley with his dad,
He's the talk of the town right now, so much so that over at the local burger joint, they've named a hamburger after him.
Who, Eddie Vendros?
Indeed.
Wow. I wonder what's on that burger. Do you have any idea?
I saw a picture of it in the Auburn Journal, and I kid you not, it must have been 3 hamburgers, and it was a monster. And they had a picture of him eating it. It was big. Half a cow.
Well, Eddie is certainly one of the reasons why the Placer Hillmen this year have been so successful. Here we go at number 50. That's Ryan Talley, another offensive lineman.
Jacob Peak with his dad Todd and mother Dee Dee Peak. And
Number
family.
53, that's Wyatt Decker. They didn't have this senior night type of ceremony when I was going to high school, and I played 3 sports in high school, and I actually think this is excellent because it gives a chance for you to dedicate a moment to the parents. My parents had a lot of sacrifices, both financially and in their time. Of course, they enjoyed coming and watching the games, but it takes a family effort to become an athlete and play as a senior all the way through high school.
When I played, they called it Parents' Night.
Number
And
68,
I do
Brian
recall my
Sabins
mother
with his father, Mike
crying
Sabins, and Mom
as she was crossing
Wendy
the basketball
Sabins.
court with flowers, much like we see here tonight. And I'm not going to say I was embarrassed, but just in case she's listening to this, but it was a little uncomfortable.
My father cried during my parents' night when I was in basketball. He cried to the coach to try to get me up off the bench.
Number 72, Ethan Allinger.
I was the very last one. In fact, sometimes they didn't even have a spot on the bench for me. I had to sit. But that's another story.
You were sitting on the water cooler at the end.
That's number 72, Allinger, Ethan Allinger. So the size of these seniors is one of the reasons why they have been successful. Big offensive and defensive lines.
Number 76.
The game tonight
Rubio
against the Center
with his
Cougars
dad, Aaron
has been
Rubio,
touted
and Mom
as the game
Julie Rubio.
of speed versus sheer grit and determination. The Placer Hillmen have such a big team, strong
80,
defense,
Carlos Sagun
held their
with his
opponents
father,
to very, very
Juan
few
Sagun,
points, and we'll cover
and
that
mother, Blanca
before the
Sagun.
game starts. Number 76, Connor Rubio.
And in a minute here, you'll see in the shot, the Center Cougars have come out onto the field. And if I count is right, there's 38 of those young men compared to 47 on the Hillmen.
Number 81, Andrew Wong with his mom, Julie Chan.
And there is Carlos Sagun, the wide receiver. And then number 81, Andrew Wong, walks in with Joey. I'm not sure. I believe he is an international exchange student. Joey doing the honors. And proudly, he's done a good job this year for the Hillmen.
For the senior evening, would you please congratulate Joey
So
Montoya
we've got the
today.
PVL
It's his
Championship game
birthday.
coming up straight ahead. It is Joey Montoya's birthday, and the best birthday present he could have would be a win tonight against this
We will also be
undefeated
honoring
Center
4
Cougar
cheerleaders
team.
tonight.
That's coming up
To
next on the
begin with,
Sports
Allison Goodrich
Touchdown Sports Production
with her
Network.
parents,
We'll see you back.
Debbie and Patrick Goodrich.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of Silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online. Or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
The Owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880, and the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
And enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I love SPD Market because I know all the people here and I've been coming here for a long time. I do all my socializing here and they're just a great community supporter.
I like SPD Market because it's like coming home and seeing all the people I've known for years.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is under new management and has joined the management family at Magnuson's Auburn Toyota, so you can expect the same great customer service. Right now it's Ram Power Days with the new 2012 Ram diesel trucks, Jeep Wranglers, and the new Jeep Grand Cherokees arriving daily. It's Ram Power Days at Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Auburn. B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
Well, see, we're back here on the campus of Placer High School getting ready for this battle of the undefeateds as you hear the Placer band in the background and see both the teams lining up on the field and starting to get loosened up. Let's go and do a little walk around here and take a look around. There's the Pioneer Valley League, as you can see tonight. Placer is 4-0 in league play and 9-0 overall. Best Placer team, and in fact, one of the best football teams we've seen in the Pioneer Valley League in some time. Center follows them. We'll see those two teams tonight. Again, 4-0 in league play. They're 8-1 overall. One thing about Center, they don't put in their statistics at maxprep.com, so we don't have a lot of stats on their players, but we will follow them along. We have followed them and saw them when they played Bear River. Following up in the Pioneer Valley League, Bear River at 2-2. They'll play tonight. They would play Foothill tonight. We'll get a little update from Marty Mortensen on that. He is at that game, and Colfax follows them at 1-3 league play and 4-5 overall. Lincoln and Foothill follow that in the Pioneer League Valley. Both teams coming in. Like I was saying earlier, the Placer team is one of the best football teams we have seen come into the PVL in some time. Very, very big players, big offensive and defensive line. Some of their players going both directions. And at the skill positions, we'll see excellent quarterbacking from Peter Denham. He is a senior. And then a fullback, Michael Robinson, will be doing the majority of the ball carrying. He is number 44, and we'll watch number 12, Peter Denham. That'll be on the offensive side. So that is all coming up for us here. We're about ready to get this thing started. We'll put the foot to ball, and this is your Touchdown Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing. The Bratton family invites you to join them as they honor the memory of their son, Michael II, at the Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run Thanksgiving morning at Hooper Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Last year, a record number of runners participated, raising money for the MEB2 Foundation, sponsoring a new day and suicide and depression awareness. It's the Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
Well, there you have it. Scott Hopper, Steve Sitter, and myself will pick a player of the game tonight from the Placer High School seniors that will be playing, and we'll be talking about that as the game progresses along here. 5 to 6 minutes left here to warm up before we actually see a coin toss and the national anthem. We can talk a little bit about what got this Placer team here. They have been an exceptional team on offense this year. Let's go through who they have faced and the kind of scoring that they have. They started off the beginning of the season with Central Catholic. They beat them by 18, 48 to 30. Then they faced Foothill, and they beat them by 28, 42 to 14. Casa Roble they beat by 42, scoring over 60 points in that particular game. And by this point of the season, we knew that we had something really special going on with this Placer Hillmen team. They rolled on after that, beating Wood Creek by 30, 54 points scored. Foothill, they beat them 68-14. Then Bear River came to town, and that game was broadcast here by Touchdown Productions. Marty Mortensen and myself covered that game, and that game snuck up on us. We didn't expect it, but Bear River held in there by the skin of their teeth, but lost by 7 points. That was the lowest scoring game of the season to that point by the Hillmen. 14-7, they snuck by Bear River. Then they went to Lincoln, and Lincoln put up some kind of struggle. They ended up winning by a field goal, 3 points. Colfax came in the week later. They beat them 24-7, and that's been the 9 games scoring. That brings us now to Center. The Center Cougars stand in their way of a very perfect season. Scott Hopper, what can you tell us about this Center Cougars team?
Well, so obviously they don't, as you stated earlier, Max Preps doesn't really provide a tremendous amount of statistics on the players. So I will be working from memory of the Bear River Center game that I worked with Gil and Touchdown Productions with Marty Mortensen. Early in the game, it was a defensive struggle. Up until inside of 2 minutes, it was a 0-0 contest. Center did score 2 quick touchdowns, including one on a last-second play to take a 14-0 lead. The Bruins came out the second half, and they pretty much rolled over for a 36-0 loss. We definitely saw a tremendous amount of running back Jawan Blair and quarterback Terrell Anderson. Their sets are very simple. They run an option play between these two guys, and they read the defenses extremely well. Terrell Anderson, he throws the ball a little bit. He did complete a few nice passes in long yardages out of third downs. That was on that one game. I'll jump over to what they have fared in the PVL so far this season. They got caught up in a shootout hosting Lincoln in a 39-27 game, and then they traveled to Colfax for a 34-14 win, and then they moved over to Bear River, which we talked about, the 36-0 game, and they dismantled Foothill, who's over at Bear River tonight, in a 68-7 victory. So they've been posting a tremendous amount of points, roughly averaging somewhere plus or minus 40. And Placer, they're averaging roughly 40 points themselves. So we're going to see two high-powered offenses here, and they aren't giving up many points. They only gave up 27. That was the most in the league, and that was to Lincoln. And they did blank Center Bear River, as we talked about, and they only gave up 7 to Foothill. So again, some people are saying that this is a speed versus size. I'm thinking that ultimately it's going to be a low-scoring defensive contest. I do agree with the assessment of size versus speed. So there's my assessment of the of what we're going to see here, Paul. So we're going to jump over to.
We're going to go to Nevada County Decides, and let's remind you all that we're going to have 2 hours live coverage from Election Central at the Root Center. That's Tuesday, November the 6th, 2012, 8:30 to 10:30. We'll be covering the election live at that time. And we're out now at Center Field.
Okay, so if you want to join us this Tuesday night, November 6th, for Nevada County Decides 2012, Touchdowns Productions, NCTV, and the Union newspaper combine to create the only live election coverage in Nevada County. Our coverage begins at 8:30 and goes until 10:30. Tune in to see how Nevada County weighs in on all the local, state, and national races. It's live election coverage exclusively on NCTV Comcast, Channel 11 and 17, Suddenlink, Channel 16 and 17, and streaming on the web at nevadacountytv.org.
So we've had the coin toss. I believe the Placer Hillmen will receive the ball. They did win the coin toss, and they have chosen to receive. Now we will all rise, and the Placer band will have our national anthem.
The flag is located to the left of the scoreboard.
The Placer Hillmen band, as always, doing an excellent job. We see them in every game. One of the best bands you'll see in any league under the direction of David Lawrence. So we're just about ready to kick this thing off. A well-attended and well-anticipated game between these two teams. We're going to crown a champion tonight, one way or the other, Scott.
I have been talking about this game for weeks. When we were discussing it earlier in the year, I was really looking forward to this November 2nd matchup. I like high school football, especially when there's something on the line.
Well, tonight is certainly one of the bigger games that we have had. I can't remember in the last 6 years of doing broadcasts with Touchdown Productions, it actually coming down to the last week, the last game, and seeing two teams that scored this many points coming in here virtually undefeated. We did say that Center did lose one football game this year. They are 8-1. They lost a preseason game. Unfortunately, we can't tell you who that was against. So kicking off for the Hillmen, that'll be number 40. Dominic Grenier. And we're off. Long kick will go into the back of the end zone, and the Cougars will start from their 20-yard line.
So this is the Cougar offense that's put up 365 points. You're going to get your fill of Terrell Anderson at quarterback, number 7, and Jawan Blair, number 2, out of the tailback position.
Blair will play from the shotgun. Bobbles the snap, looking outside, and will complete his first pass of the night. Long way across the field.
David Tomentino.
That's David Tomentino collecting the first pass of the night for about 6 yards.
Casey Young with the tackle at the 27.
Placer on their own 27-yard line. You can hear the train in the background going by. That is the 302 to Yuma or whatever that is, but he sure let it know that he's there. Anderson gets the snap. He will go straight up the middle. And that is Blair on his first carry of the night. Blair only gets 1 or 2. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Cougars, and the Hillmen will be tested on 3rd down.
At the 29.
And for you people at home, this is Jawan Blair. He's a senior. He's 5'6" and 165 pounds, so he's not a real big guy, but you're going to see a lot of him.
And a quarterback sneak directly off of the tackle, and he will get plenty to get the first down. Typical hard-nosed football being played by the Center Cougars. Don't throw a whole lot, but just here's a replay of that first pass. And you can see it from field level, all by himself. The defender, number 2, that's Blair out there to make the stop after a 7-yard gain. So first down now for the Cougars. Anderson from the gun. Quick pitch to the right. That's Blair again. Blair getting about 5.
On the tackle at the 40.
Here's a replay, and this, you're going to see this right, you're going to see this left tonight, huh, Hop?
Oh, this is going to be the recipe for the November 2 game right here. It's going to be Blair, 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 and if he doesn't get it, you're going to see a fake to him, and Anderson will be scampering from there.
Anderson quick, it's going to be out again. Anderson unable to complete the pass this time. In the dirt out there to Tolentino. Tolentino, the 5'9" senior. Certainly capable of handling the ball after the catch, but he's got to get the football first. Anderson in a passing down now, 3rd and about 5, looking over at the sideline. I think he's looking for a play to come in. They're going to have to call a timeout. No, they're going to bring the play in now. It's a quick pitch up the middle and stopped by the Hillmen. So the Hillmen will take over in reasonably good field position here after just one set of downs. Punting team comes on the field, and back for the Hillmen is number 10, Todd Valerie. Beg your pardon, that's Valier.
And a blocked punt.
And a blocked punt. And that brings a round of applause from the crowd as the Hillmen get in there and block the punt.
I didn't have a chance to see who got their hand on that ball. Here comes the replay. Let's take a look on the interior. Who got the push on the inside? It was a high snap and just a low kick. It might have been Eddie Vandertoes.
So under center now, Denham. Hands off, right side. That's Bryce, Isaiah Bryce, getting 8 yards in the first carry for the Hillmen. Hillmen having the benefit of a short field here. Advance the ball to their own 48. Hillmen come off their huddle quickly and execute. Quick handoff up the middle again. That'll be a first down and about 5 yards.
And for those of you that haven't seen the Placer Hillmen before, they do run a wing T, and that was Michael Robinson on the carry. They do run a wing T offense, so you'll see multiple running backs coming out of it, and they generally run 4 times for every pass, so you're going to see a lot of ground and pound.
Back to pass, looking over the middle and falling down his receiver. Trying to hit Bryce coming out of the backfield.
Denham's pass incomplete.
Denham,
Bryce, the
an accurate
receiver.
passer, but that time Bryce fell down as he was making his cut. So we'll have second down. Denham hands off. This is Bryce again on the right side. Placer content to run between the guards right up the middle. And that's about
Bryce
7
with the
yards.
ball. Spencer Bracey made the tackle.
We do have an early
At the
update. It's a
center,
7-7
37.
game over at Bear River Foothill in PVL action.
You'd expect Bear River to win that game. Placer getting off the ball quickly. That is Robinson.
Michael Robinson brought down by Preston Dobbins
Preston Dobbins making the stop for center.
at the 36.
We talked earlier about the size differential, but if you do take a close look, center's not a real small team.
No, there doesn't look like to be a whole lot of difference. Again, going right up the middle, right off the center. That is Bryce. And Bryce will move the chains.
Spencer Bracey with the tackle at the 32.
So 2 successful first downs for the Hillmen to get this first quarter started. No score here, 7:21 left in the first quarter. Robinson. They're content to play the 3 yards in a cloud of dust football going right up the middle,
Michael Robinson
using
with the
that
ball.
big offensive line to blow open some holes.
Cameron Tate made the tackle
Bryce coming out of
at the 27.
the pile, limping just a little. Eighth play from center for the Hillmen as they come around the left side. Getting a little room to run that time. That was Valure, number 10, the running back, and he will move the chains now. And the Hillmen have a drive going here in the first quarter. Hop.
Okay, let's take a look at the replay. We have number 10 there.
That's Valure.
Valier coming off a wonderful block.
Here's live action again, and back to pass. Denham finding no receiver available, so pulls the ball down. He'll lose a couple. I'm not sure why Coach Montoya decided to pass the ball on first down here. He's getting ample yardage on every run. Denham, hands off. This is Valier again, I believe. Was it not, Hop?
That was Valier. He's a versatile running back. Often he runs off the corner, generally not up the gut kind of guy. Michael Robinson generally does that duty.
Well, we've got third down and 9 now, so this will test the Hillmen. They're going to fade. He's going to throw the football out in the flats. He's got Robinson, but Robinson's going to be short of the first down. Looks like he got about 8 yards, and in will come the field goal team.
And that's Dominic Granieri, who I've heard at one time he had kicked 36 consecutive into the end zone without a return.
Do they have a hamburger after him?
Not that I've heard.
Dominic Granieri.
Maybe they put some fries or something after him.
Maybe a foot-long hot dog?
Granieri back, he pumps it. Lots of leg. Goodness, he almost kicked it out of the stadium, and it's good. Wow. Talk about power in the foot. Granieri just about kicked it over the snack bar. And he'll get high fives from his team as they put the first points on the board. The Hillmen stalling after getting 4 first downs. But now
there is a penalty marker.
There is a penalty on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense has come back on for Placer.
And there's the birthday boy, Coach Montoya.
Well, Montoya, he may get a birthday present right here if they get the football back. They are caucusing. They're going to pick the flag up.
There is no penalty on the play.
And I like that, Hop. I like it when they decide to talk about it and decide to pick a flag up. That means that they're thinking about each call.
You can take a look at our YouTube scoreboard game of the week here. We do have Placer out in front on the first score of the game. They had a very impressive drive that began at their own 40, methodically working their way down the field, but it was the swing pass there that set them up for the field goal to move them ahead 3-0 on 3rd down and long. It didn't quite get them the first down that they were looking for, but when you have a kicker as Dominic Granieri, it looks like you could make a field goal just about anywhere on the inside of the 40-yard line.
So the Hillmen will hand the football back, kick off to the Center Cougars. They'll have another shot at this Hillmen defense.
I do have another update. We have Bear River out in front 14-7 over Foothill. Midway, we're closing out the first.
Dominic Granieri, who we just saw kick a field goal that could easily have gone 35 or 40 yards. Back for Center. That is Robert Gavaris, and that will go out of bounds. So the Cougars will come on the field with reasonable field position. After holding Placer in the red zone, forcing them to kick a field goal.
That's exactly what happened during the Bear River game. They do play excellent defense, as we stated earlier. They haven't given up more than 27, and that was to a Lincoln game, which was really a blowout, but they did hold Bear River to 0. Okay, here we go to live action.
Tyrell Anderson handing the ball off. Kicking outside now, getting down the sideline. That is Blair, and Blair finding plenty of room. First big play of the night for the Cougars. Blair picking up about 40 yards. Something of a broken play. Not a good snap from Center. Anderson able to rally the ball up and hand it off to Blair, and Blair bouncing outside. Here's the replay, Hop.
Let's take a look at that snap. It looked early on as if, broken play. And then, but you look at the space that he has that number 62 sets up for him. That's Spencer Bracey. And then he just takes a Placer defender one-on-one and then bounces outside, and he's loose.
Now back to live action. That's Blair again. Blair being thrown the ball out on the left flat. A quick pass out, and Blair getting some room to run. So Center coming out with vengeance here in their second possession.
It looks like they are not going to roll over and play dead here as they're playing from behind, not by much, as I must add, but they are coming back.
Anderson changing the play at the line of scrimmage in the gun. Hands off, that's Blair. Blair kicks out to the outside. Flag comes in the backfield. Let's see what that's about. Could be holding. Blair not able to get more than a couple of yards.
Belair, the ball carrier. Young with the tackle.
And let's see what this is.
There's a penalty marker on the play.
They're talking to the captain at Placer. Looks like they're going to go, they're going to back it up. A 10-yard penalty. Call yet to be made. I'm assuming it's holding, and it is. Holding will be called against the Cougars. They'll now be first down in about 21.
And that's referee John Flores in the white hat.
So Anderson looking over the field. It's the option play. Quick pitch out. This is Blair, and Blair wants to throw it. He does, and it's intercepted by the Placer Hillmen. They didn't get fooled, not one bit. That's number 3, Pinheiro. And Pinheiro smelled that one out from the very beginning. Not a well-conceived pass in the first place, and the Hillmen cut short what looked like a very promising drive by the Center Cougars.
And Pinheiro comes back out on the field to go out wide on the far side.
Hillmen see if they can take advantage of the turnover. Quick snap. It's going to go around the outside. That is Tavares. I beg your pardon. That's Bryce. Here's a replay of that play.
It was an option play, kicking out to Blair, and as Blair was feeling the pressure, tried to option pass and just lofted it up there. And Pinheiro, an exceptional athlete, he plays basketball for the Hillmen, went up and got a rebound basically.
Good job by Pinheiro. So the Hillmen now are moving the football. And they're going to have a measurement. That first play to Blair looks like it got it right at the yard marker. Let's see if they got 10 out of it. And we're about a chain link short. So it'll be second down and a chain link for the Hillmen.
We'd like to give special thanks to Aaron Rubio and Mike Downen.
Well, with the running game of Michael Robinson, this might be a good time to go for the home run and try and score quick, because you can always use Michael Robinson on 3rd and short. We'll see what Coach Montoya crafts up here.
Montoya brings in a play. Hillmen looks like they could probably get themselves a yard anytime they want. Will go and get that yard easily. Robinson carrying the ball. At this point, I think Coach Montoya is looking at the fact that he can run the ball pretty much at will. He has yet to see any of his ball carriers stop for less than about 3 yards. So they'll have 1st and 10 now on their own 25-yard line. Quick hitter up the middle. That goes nowhere.
Robinson carrying.
Robinson will get about a yard, maybe 2.
With the tackle at the 27.
3 minutes now on the clock here for the first quarter. There is a good shot. Michael Robinson.
Robinson's their workhorse. He's carried the ball 95 times this season.
They're going to pass, looking over the middle and just outside the outstretched arms of the Lear.
Pass incomplete.
Not real impressive passing game, you think, Hop?
Well, I can say that the last time we saw them against Bear River, I would agree that the 2 games that we've really seen here, Peter Denham has struggled with the pass. As you recall, the first play of the game, Bear River did pick it off for a pick 6, and that was their only score of the game.
Well, they're going to be passing the ball again back, now trying to find some room. He may run, looking for some blockers, and will get none. So the Hillmen stall after their second drive. Matt Cooper on the tackle. for the Cougars. And in to do the punting will be Granieri. Granieri, as good of a leg as he is back so far in his own territory. He's going to be giving good ball position to center.
Granieri in punt formation. Robert Gervais deep to receive for center.
Bad snap, but he's going to get a kickoff. It's end over end. And hits one of the Hillmen, killing the ball down on about the 40-yard line.
So this week, keep your dates open for November 1st through the 4th and the 9th through the 11th as the Nevada County Performing Arts Guild presents The Prince and the Pauper at the Center of the Arts. It is a classic tale brought to you by PAG. We'll see you there.
Throwing the football quickly out to the flats. That's Anderson, and Anderson finds number 4, that's Blake Tate.
On the reception for center.
And that should move the chains for the
Anderson.
Cougars, and it does.
Jake Lewis made the tackle at the Placer 49.
First down. Quick handoff. Faked up the middle. Anderson decides to keep the football. Let's look at that pass play that they opened the first down with.
He sets it up to a different receiver this time, to Blake Tate, where he had been going out into the flat to number 5, David Tolentino. It's second and roughly 8 yards.
Anderson calling the signals from the gun. It'll be handoff straight up the middle. That'll be Blair. He bounces outside. And stopped cold by the Hillmen defense. Number 56 right there, center stage. Jake Lewis.
By Sander on the play at the 30.
Big Jake coming over, making the stop. Third down now. Center with 7 yards for a first down.
And the Bear River High School game is going as we anticipated. With 2:20 left in the first, it's 21-7 Bear River over Foothill.
Crowd stamping their feet. They're looking for a stop. Out to the outside flats. It is incomplete. Great defensive play. The pass was out for Robert Jarvis, and Valeri came over and broke it up. So the Hillmen stopped the Center Cougars to a 3-and-out. Here's a replay.
Quarterback Anderson looking out in the flat, and he had time, and the receiver was open. It was just late. He was looking for Gervais.
Here's the punt. Both teams punting the ball back and forth and calling for a fair catch. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, that's Valier. So there's our scoreboard. First quarter winding down, 4 seconds left. Only score of the game so far. The Placer Hillmen with a field goal. Granieri pumping it in from about 35 yards, and that will be all we'll see in this first quarter. Hillmen will get one playoff. Quick hitter up the middle. That's Robinson. He'll get about 5, and there's the horn.
Michael Robinson carrying.
So as we thought, Hop, low-scoring game. Both teams accustomed to scoring between 7 and 15 points per quarter. And we see just 3 on the scoreboard there on their YouTube.com Game of the Week scoreboard. A little surprising?
I am not surprised at all. When you get 2 championship teams together, it's generally a low-scoring game because you have to have defense to get you to this game. And one stat that really jumps out at me that sets the Hillmen apart is their ratio of takeaways to turnovers. Right now, they've only given up the ball 7 times the entire season, and they've taken away 29. So ultimately, it's a plus 22 ratio, which is pretty incredible for any team, and it's obvious why and what has really gotten them to this game.
Scott Sitter, what are you thinking about the first quarter?
I'm thinking it's exactly as we anticipated. This game is being run on the feet of Mike Robinson and Todd Valier against Juan Blair of center. Neither team really relying too heavily on their quarterbacks. Center a little bit more, but about as productive as Placer's Peter Denham. This game is definitely going to be decided on the running backs.
And you've been keeping stats over there for us, Steve. What stands out in your mind as being a significant stat?
The one thing that stands out is the starting field position. No possession so far in the first quarter started on the opponent's yardage. I got own 45, own 15, own 6. Really making the offense work to get some points.
Wide open and throwing the ball over everybody. Unfortunately, we had Valier in the pattern. We had Pinero in the pattern. Pinero wide open from his wide receiver, going for the home run ball and just unable to throw it to where they could catch it. Peter Denham.
And it's often that you see a quarterback throwing into double coverage, but there were 2 offensive players in that area, and there was only 1 defensive.
Here's Blair back around the outside. Blair, the bread and butter for
Isaac Brace carrying.
I beg your pardon, that is Isaac Brace coming around the outside. He will get a first down and move the chains for the Hillmen.
The yardage good for a Hillmen first down at the 20.
So Coach Montoya had a down to work with, went for the long ball and just unable to connect. We'll see that play again, I'm sure. Quick handoff, reverse play, inside. That's Valier. Valier will get up. And they're saying the ball was turned. Is there a turnover, Scott?
It looked like the head official did signal a Hillmen turnover, so center will have a first down going the other way. And it looks like it was Preston Dobbins, outside linebacker for center, that ended up with the ball.
Must have been a fumble on the play. We didn't catch it, but we do hear good camera work on the field. So center now with great field position. Anderson. Hand off up the middle, and there's lots of room up the middle. Trying for the outside, staying on his feet. That is Blair, and Blair will get down inside the 10-yard line.
He may be small, but he is tough.
Let's replay that fumble real quick. We'll take a look, and so we can see it as he hands off.
It is
inside
Valier.
handoff. It is Valier, and we lose him in camera. Now there he is. Really don't see it. I know we see a helmet coming off, but we don't see the ball on the ground. In the meantime, the ball now is on the 1-yard line for the Cougars, and they will try to punch it in here for the first touchdown of the game. And they do. There's a touchdown coming right up the middle, and fittingly, it is Blair right off of right side tackle. You can't give the ball back to a team as good as the Center Cougars. They will take it and they will score on you, Scott.
As you've seen so far, Blair has set up this offense significantly with 2 long, spectacular runs. If you give him the ball, anything is possible.
So they'll go set up for the extra point now.
Matt Cooper to attempt
Matt
the extra
Cooper
point.
will have the kicking duties.
Gonna go join the band for a couple rounds.
High snap. It's not going to get put down. They're going to try and throw it in the end zone, but there's not much hope here. So the Hillmen will hold, and it'll be only 6 points on the board for the Cougars.
Stop short of the end zone on the 2-point conversion attempt. The score Placer
And as you see them going to the sideline with 10 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second quarter, the Center Cougars from Antelope, California take the lead on this game of the unbeatens.
It is Halloween season. I guess that will come back to haunt them.
Yeah, it could be. There you see him on the sideline. And fortunately, one thing the Placer Hillmen do have is a good field goal kicker in Gennari. So that extra point is possible that it will be big as we see this game to the end. Setting up to kick off.
Matt Cooper will kick off for Center.
Setting the ball down.
Deep for Placer, number 1 Isaac Brace and number 10 Todd Villier.
Placer playing forward, looking for a return.
And back deep is Villier and Brace.
And here's the kickoff. A low spinner, and it will be returned. They're going to look for the reverse and decide to keep the ball. Possible block in the back, and there's a flag on the field. That is Brace taking the ball.
Isaac Brace,
but I believe we'll see a block in the back. Everybody on the sideline could see it.
Made the tackle.
That'll push the Hillmen back.
There are penalty flags on the play.
Here it is. You can see it on the replay right here at the bottom of your screen here. Maybe you can see it right there from your camera angle. Oh, and no, maybe we'll see a face mask penalty. Let's see what they call. It is a personal foul.
Against Center on the play.
There's a holding penalty against the Hillmen and a face mask against the Center Cougars. They'll offset. And the ball will be placed. Let's see where they place the ball. The chain crew on the sideline is waiting for the official to put the ball down someplace. He's kind of wandering around with it. Coach Montoya wants to have some input as far as where this ball is placed. And it looks like the Hillmen are going to take over.
I'm not sure what's going on out here.
I'm not either. Now the ball is, they're going to kick the ball over. They've decided they're going to re-kick. Coach Montoya has advised the officiating crew that offsetting penalties require a re-kick, and that's what we'll have. So this can work to the advantage of either team. As back on the field to do the kicking will be Matt Cooper one more time. Brace and Villier will be back. Cooper kicking off for the third time tonight. Neither have made the other team's end zone, and let's see what he does this time. Long spinner, it will be returned again. Fielded, that's Brace. He's going to keep the ball. He's got some room up the middle, staying on his feet, finally down the 35-yard line. So the penalties actually will benefit the Placer Hillmen as they will take over on the 35-yard line.
That was Blake Tate from center in on the tackle. 6', 175 senior. Seen him out of the wideout did make a nice catch out in the flat.
Peter Denham under center. They'll go back to the running game. That's their bread and butter, right between the guards.
Michael Robinson.
And they'll get 4 yards. Coach Montoya, I'm betting, will be content to run the football right at this center line, having great success with it tonight. Second down and about 6. Denham handing off. This is Brace again. Brace only managing to get a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Brace carrying.
9:44 here left in the first half.
Carry on the tackle at the 40.
Low scoring game. Center Cougars lead 6-3. But the Placer Hillmen are driving. Denham, hands off. Off tackle. He's got some room. That's number 9, Markstein. Logan Markstein with his first carry tonight, and he will move the chains for the Hillmen.
He does
Markstein
appear to be injured, holding his hand after that 20-yard carry.
He's going to come off the field, and Denham will come back in with another play. Ball right on the 50-yard line. That is handed off to Michael Robinson, straight up the middle. Maybe gets 1. Robinson.
Michael Robinson carrying.
The senior
Spencer
fullback.
Gracie with the stop at the center 49.
Yeah, it's one big boy here. He's like a bowling ball.
Robinson's averaging roughly a little over 6 yards a carry for just under 600 yards on the season. He has 9 touchdowns for the Hillmen of their 35 on the season.
This game is the anomaly. Normally they will have scored 20 points by now. Inside handoff goes nowhere. That time it is completely smelled out by the Cougars. That's that counter play that they had been running inside. And it's going nowhere. 3rd down now and 11. Here's a replay. You can see he comes across. That is number 10. Valeri comes across, and that time 2 white jerseys are there to meet him. Passing down now for Dunham.
I'm very impressed with the front line of center on their defensive side. They're doing a nice job.
Denham rolling out, trying to find somebody in the flats, and has a receiver, but has to force the throw in. That is Valeri, and they'll be punting the football away. Offensive line unable to hold out the defender. I believe it was number 51 in there, Jason Perry, putting pressure on Denham, not letting him have a chance to set up and throw that football. So we'll be punting the ball back to the Cougars. High snap, a terrific kick. Great spiral that's going to go all the way back, and they're going to be able, that ball bounced backwards and was going to end on the 1 yard line, but it is pumped into the back of the end zone. That's number 55, Jacob Peck. And he knows that had he just left that ball alone, they may have had him back in a corner, but it will come out to the 20-yard line. And the Cougars will take over with a 3-point lead.
That would have been a perfect bounce inside the 5.
Anderson. Straight up the middle. They've got some room. Gain of about 4 on the. Here's a replay of the punt. This is a fantastic punt. And the point of the ball hits right on the ground. The ball is going to die and come back this direction. But Peak Comes.
It did look like he was blocked into the player.
It did a bit, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, he can do that.
Second down and 4. Again,
Oh, hold on to him.
taking advantage of the running skills of Blair. Blair
Belair carrying for center.
getting very
Super Crop on the tackle. Along with Robinson
very close to the first down.
at the 29.
I can't hear that in my headset, Gil. Third down and 1. If the Hillmen could hold them here, it'd be a big plus for them here before half.
Come on, stop him.
Straight up the middle. And the scrum is going to be held short, I believe. I don't believe they got the first down.
Tyrell Anderson with the ball.
Let's see where they mark it.
Stone Sander and Super Crop making the tackle.
They're going to be short. It's going to be fourth down and maybe a foot. The Cougars appear to be putting their punting team on the field. Although I'll tell you, Hop, if they, the way that they are moving this football and holding the Hillmen, I might go for it, and they will. Anderson's going to be up under center. They may try to just force him offside. No, they're going to go. They're going to go for it, and he is going to get the first down. That's their workhorse, Blair, going right up the left side.
Tackle made by Stone Sander.
So the Cougars are going to move the chains.
At the 32.
Have a new set of downs here with 5:47 left.
And that was Sander that made a nice tackle on him, but unfortunately for the Hillmen, it was after the first down. I do have an update. We have 35-7 with 7:19 left to play in the second over Bear River over Foothill.
First down, Cougars. Anderson pitches out on the option. He'll get some room on the sideline. Big first down again. Blair. Jean Blair all the way down the sideline. When he gets some running room, he is a real tough ball carrier to tackle.
And there you see Isaiah Pinero. He was in on the stop. Last man to stop the touchdown.
First down, Center Cougars driving. 4 minutes left here in this first half. Quick pass out to the flats, goes nowhere.
Anderson's pass incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Tyler, the intended receiver.
It looked like Robbie Lopez, linebacker, was in on the coverage.
So we have second down and 10. Passing down for the Cougars. They'll hand off, however, to Blair. Blair hit in the backfield, and they can't hold on to him. He'll go in for about 11, and that'll move the chains again. Steve Sitter, how many first downs has this Center Cougars team had?
Center right now has 8 first downs, all on the legs of Dwan Blair. If Placer wants to have a chance of winning this game, they have to contain that run.
I couldn't agree with you more, and they're driving now. It'll be a first and 10 on about their 34-yard line. Anderson looking over the field. He is going to hand off to Blair again. He goes up the middle, piled on by a whole bevy of Hillmen. Hillmen aren't used to playing from behind, that's for sure. I doubt seriously that they have been behind all year, Hop.
They were behind for that one play from scrimmage at Bear River. But again, that was the only score that Bear River had. Their offense struggled. But I would agree that I don't think that the Hillmen have been under an assault like this all season long.
And that's what it is, an assault. 2nd down and 8. Clock winding down. Quick pass outside. That is number 5, Tolentino. And Tolentino gets out of bounds to stop the clock. He won't get enough yardage for a first down, I don't believe. Let's see.
From Anderson.
It'll be close.
Made the tackle at the 25.
It's right down the yard marker on the 25-yard line. Let's see where they place the ball. I think it's going to be 3rd down and about 1. 2 down territory here for the Cougars. Anderson's got to get a play in. He's got to get it in quick here. Set up in the shotgun. They'll pass or they'll run from that. He will hand off to Blair, and they'll try off tackle, and they'll get their first down. The clock continues to run, however. Just over 3 minutes left in the half. Hillmen can't hold on here. They've got to be aggressive.
It looks like to me that the center Cougars are double teaming defensive tackle Eddie Vanderdoes, and they're running right through that hole, putting pressure on the defense right away.
Well, they've got a first down now, and they're staring down the gun bell at a score. He'll fake the handoff and go into the end zone, and he scores. David Tolentino wide open in the back of the end zone. Perfect pass by Tyrell Anderson. And the second touchdown of the night for the Center Cougars from Antelope has silenced this crowd here on the Placer sideline.
There's a large crowd here tonight, but I can tell you we may be the loudest people on this side right now.
Certainly are right now. Hillmen will have a chance to retaliate here, getting the ball back with about 3 minutes. They're going to go for 2 points here. Man in motion. He's going to roll out, and there's a flag on the play, but it is incomplete. It'll be offensive pass interference, I believe. Receiver pushed off. Let's see if they
there is a penalty marker on the play.
They run that play again, or if it's just going to be an incomplete pass. Waiting to hear from the official what we're going to do here. We have
pass interference against
the Hillmen. It's going to be offsetting penalties. So I believe that if we read it right, it's pass interference on both sides, and they will rerun the play. Let's see if they decide to kick the ball now, Scott, rather than go for 2. No, I don't see the kicker out.
Yeah, Matt Cooper doesn't appear to be on the field at the moment. We do have 4 wide receivers set.
Let's see if Anderson hands off to Blair. He's got him spread out. No, he's going to try to throw the football, pulls it down, and it's thrown at the back of the end zone. He caught it! Holy cow. Threw it up for grabs, and guess who found one? That's Robert Gervais. He goes up and just plucks that ball out of midair.
Let's take a look at that. It looked like he made a one-handed catch.
This is the touchdown play, and it's just simple pass play in the back of the end zone, all by himself. Anderson getting plenty of time, throws a beautiful spiral, and hits him right in stride. Beautifully done. David Tolentino. There's your scoreboard. The Center Cougars coming in the second quarter after being shut out in the first quarter score 14 points.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised.
I'm a bit surprised too, and certainly the maybe 1,000 people that are lined up here in the Placer Stadium and around the track to watch this football game. This Placer team has been blowing teams out. First one to get up on them by 14 points certainly this year, I'm sure. But lots of football left to be played here. Placer will have 3 minutes to see what they can do with the football. Matt Cooper lines up and will kick a low liner that runs along the ground. They won't hand it off. And nobody blocks the oncoming defender, and
Bryce returning the kickoff.
that's Bryce.
Stopped by Tolentino.
And Devin Eldridge in on the stop.
19-yard line.
Eldridge coming in and making a great open field tackle. So let's see if Coach Montoya decides to put it into the air, get a big bite back. He won't. He's going to stay on the ground, straight up the middle. Brace again. Brace doing the majority of the ball handling tonight.
Carrying, tackled by Preston Dobbins.
Steve Sitter, have you got that number? How many times has Brace carried the ball tonight?
Oh man, he has carried the ball quite a lot. Dwan Blair with 17 carries compared to Placer's Robinson and Valier's 16.
Well, there's a great throw out in the flats. Finally, we see the wide receiver. That's Pinero out there. Big, tall, lanky Pinero.
If you remember, he was the Foothill or the Hillmen player that did get that interception to spark the drive that and resulted in a field goal.
You know, Denham, when he throws the ball, kind of hangs it out there. It's a lot of air under it. Pinero had to go up and grab that one.
Timeout Center, their first.
Center is going to take a timeout and talk about this. Lots of time left in the half. 2:22 left.
Placer Drama program will present.
They want to keep.
Stage door.
There's a replay. You can see Pinero here will be at the bottom of your screen. Now watch how much air's under this ball. He lets it go and throws it kind of high. Bit of a rainbow. Pinero's got to go up and grab it, but he's got lots of range there, being as tall as he is. Great catch and very opportunistic here, late here in the second quarter.
And that play really is the exception for the play callers back down there at Placer. That is only the 7th pass of the half compared to 16 runs.
There's timeout on the field. Center is back in their powder blue helmets and powder blue socks. It will be first down. And they're calling for the crowd to get into this game. All around us, the cowbells and the cheers go up. Placer needs to score the football before they go in at half. Quick handoff. Got some room up the middle, but they're stopped after about a yard gain. That's Valier. Hillmen need to go into their 2-minute offense, get on the ball and get out of it. Get out of this huddle. Quickly to the line. Handing off. Here's a halfback pass. He's going to throw it all the way down to Pinero, and he can't reach it. He was there. They just threw it a little bit too far. Couldn't hit that home run ball. And it will be third down and long for the Hillmen. There's Coach Montoya. He knows he had an opportunity there. Pinero was wide open. 4 down territory with this short clock. He's looking to pass the ball again over the middle. Throws it into coverage. It's up for grabs and it's intercepted. Coming right back up the middle now. That's Blair. I beg your pardon, Robert Gervais. We've called his number a number of times tonight, Hop, and that was an ill-advised pass in my mind.
I would say he should have continued to attack to Pinero over the top. Every time he's tried to go deep, he has had him there.
Well, let's take a look at that. He throws it right into coverage. There's 3 white jerseys around this receiver. Look at this. One, he bats it up in the air, but look, we got three defenders and 1 receiver.
Cameron Tate was the Cougar that got his hand on that ball.
Well, the Hillmen now need to stop the Cougars from scoring before the clock runs out here, going right up the middle for about 15 yards and moving the chains. It wouldn't surprise me if the Cougars decide to take a timeout here and save a little clock. They're going to hustle back to the line. Ball is set, clock is started. Tyrell Anderson, smelling blood, looking down the gun barrel, out, quick pass, and it's incomplete. Badly thrown ball, never got it into his hand, couldn't get a spiral. Joseph Tatula, his wide receiver out there. You can't run with something you can't catch. So we have second down, and the incomplete pass will stop the clock with 1:13 left in the half. Anderson spreads them 2 right, 1 left. Man in the slot. He's got Blair in the backfield. And he hands it off quick to Blair, and Blair is stopped. No, he holds the ball and will get out of bounds with just a couple of yards. I completely bit on that fake.
Lopez and Young made the stop.
It's easy to do when you have 2 very deceptive runners. You key on one and somehow the other guy will have the ball.
Well, Blair took off like he had the ball, and 2 tacklers tackled him before he hit the line of scrimmage, but Anderson was able to get about 7 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3. He did get out of bounds, so the clock is stopped with 1:06. Hillmen have to hold here. Anderson, he's going to give it to Blair, and Blair is shut down. Over the left side. That is big, number 58 for the Hillmen. I beg your pardon, that's Jake Lewis, number 56. And here's a replay on that. Now
You
watch
can see him get
here.
hit.
Yeah, there's nothing
there.
but green here. So we have 4th down now and 5. And Center is not going to try the field goal. This is a big play in this football game right now with 27 seconds left. They're going to be throwing into the back of the end zone. You can bet on it. Here it is. He fakes the handoff, plenty of pressure, and the ball is incomplete. The Hillmen hold with 16 seconds left in the half. And if we look back on this thing, Hop, that may be the most significant play or series of plays in this game. Had the Hillmen gone down 21-3, it would have been tough to come back. Here's a replay.
This is Anderson rolling out right, and a Hillman does come in and pressure him, getting him to throw the ball a little bit early. The ball was catchable, and that was thrown to number 24, Cameron Tate, who came up empty.
So with 16 seconds left, let's see if the Hillmen decide to go for it. Have a straight handoff up the middle, and that will probably do it.
Robinson, the ball carrier.
2nd down, Coach Montoya is deciding not to take a timeout here. Now he does decide with 3 seconds left. I beg your pardon, there's an injury on the field. Who is down? That is Jake Lewis. Jake looks like he maybe have a little bit of problem with his legs. Look how muddy his cleats are. The field actually has been in very good condition, considering that we're here late in the season. Lots of use on this field, and for as much as they do use this field, it's in great shape. We've only had one big rain here early here just before Halloween. They're going to get Big Jake up here. They need him, and they know it on the sideline.
Jake Lewis.
So the Hillmen, I'm guessing, will take a knee here with 3 seconds left in the half. Jake Lewis on the sideline talking to his coach. And they're going to let the clock roll, and they're just going to let it go out. There it is. There's the half.
That play ends the first half with the score.
Well, they have some adjustments to make in the second half.
The Hillmen going off the field. One of the first times this season they've gone off trailing. There is your scoreboard, your U2.com scoreboard. Scoring first blood here with 3 points in the first quarter hop. They came out and a couple of interceptions, couple of turnovers. Steve Sitter, what's the turnover statistic look like?
Well, Placer is unfortunately winning that one 2-1. I tell you, I think the turning point of this game was Placer's first turnover, the fumble that gave Center field position on Placer's 27-yard line, which resulted in the first touchdown of the game, and ever since then it's been Center all the way. Points off turnovers, Center 6, Placer 0.
That's a very good point, Steve.
And the other stat that looks kind of compelling to me, I thought it would have been a wider margin, is Center has 10 first downs and Placer has 7, even though the score is 14-3.
So like Steve said, the turnovers are a big factor in this game so far, and we'll see the Placer band at halftime when we come back. This is your Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online, or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
The Owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880, and the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
And enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I love SPD Market because I know all the people here and I've been coming here for a long time. I do all my socializing here and they're just a great community supporter.
I like SPD Market because it's like coming home and seeing all the people I've known for years.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is under new management and has joined the management family at Magnuson's Auburn Toyota, so you can expect the same great customer service. Right now it's Ram Power Days with the new 2012 Ram diesel trucks, Jeep Wranglers, and the new Jeep Grand Cherokees arriving daily. It's Ram Power Days at Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Auburn. B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
We're back here. The Hillmen are trailing 14-3. And we're seeing the Hillmen band here on the field. Now, as I understand it, Marty Mortensen is at the Bear River game. And I think we have him on the telephone. Marty, are you there? We got a bad connection here. Maybe our producer, Gil Dominguez, can hear him. No, unfortunately, we're not getting much of a connection from Marty.
And we're here at halftime, and Bear River's playing Foothill tonight. And it's been all Bear River. The score at halftime is 42-7 here. It's been Bear River just put on a goal line stand at the end of the half, and it was no score by the Foothill squad, and so it remains 42-7. It's been all Bear River on several runs by Tiffany, and it's been several long drives, 65-yard drive in 7 plays. Bear River took the opening kickoff with 70 yards in 8 plays, and it's kind of a rout here at Bear River.
So if you got that, Marty Mortensen calling in, Bear River beating up on their opponent, 42-7. That halftime score, that's no real surprise. Foothill not having much success against any PVL team this year. Bear River will be in the playoffs. It's yet to be determined where they will go, whether they'll have a home game or whether they'll be playing. And that's still speculation. We really won't know that until after this game and their game is completed. On the field right now, one of the best bands and cheer squads that you'll see in the high school Foothill realm. And let's sit back for a moment and just enjoy the music of the Placer Hillmen Band. That's the Placer Hillmen Band. This is the Touchdown Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing. The Bratton family invites you to join them as they honor the memory of their son, Michael II, at the Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run Thanksgiving morning at Febvre Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Last year, a record number of runners participated, raising money for the MEB2 Foundation, sponsoring a new day and suicide and depression awareness. It's the Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the foothill leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks for joining us tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions sports team will select the most deserving NU player and honor them with a beautiful plaque made by Stuckey's. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, and coming up immediately after this exclusive telecast.
And we will look forward to talking about the player of the game here. But Hop, let's talk about a little walk around the foothills here. I'll let you proceed around and tell us what's going on in the PVL.
Okay, fantastic. I can say that the weather's changed. It's cooling off significantly, but the trees are still as beautiful as ever. So we're taking a look here at the Pioneer Valley League, the top two teams we're seeing here tonight. Many people thought that Placer would have been way out in front. The newspaper thought so. The Sacramento Bee, they stated that Placer would win this game by more than 11. Both of those teams come into tonight's contest at 4-0. Bear River at 2-2, and I do have a third quarter update on that game. And we have Bear River way out in front as anticipated, and it's 42-7. Colfax at 1-3, Lincoln 1-3 also, and Foothill there will be sliding to 0-5 after the dropping to Bear River tonight. I'm not real surprised at this game. I did have an opportunity to see Bear River and Center play, and Bear River and Placer play. Center dismantling Bear River, and Placer playing close to Bear River. So let's take now a move over to the Sierra Foothill League. Granite Bay is competing tonight against the Nevada Union Miners, and currently it is 7-7.
That's a surprise.
I would agree. I am surprised because everything I have heard about Granite Bay is they are a top-notch team, even though they have lost 3 early games, but none of them in the Sierra Foothill League.
I'd be willing to bet that Granite Bay went into Nevada Union tonight thinking they were going to walk over Nevada Union and just walk into a win, and apparently our Miners are putting up a struggle. The Miners, if they were able to beat Granite Bay, still have a chance to make the Sierra Foothill League playoffs, so we'll keep you up to date on that.
That is very good. And we did see, and many of you viewers had an opportunity to see the Nevada Union Miners play Del Oro. Del Oro's at 3-1. Incredible tailback at Del Oro. Wood Creek and Roseville, as you can see, it's been a tough season for both of them. Wood Creek dropping the last 6. Roseville dropping their last 5, standing at 1-8. Let's talk a little volleyball. I did have the opportunity to catch the Placer Bear River, what did come down to the Bear River winning in straight sets, 3-0 over Placer this last week. They tied in the PVL, so they are co-champions. Incredible match, one of the best I have seen. It was rambunctious, it was exciting, and it was an incredible volleyball game. Colfax at 6-4. Lincoln at 1-7, and Center at 1-7, and Foothill at 0-8. I mean, you know, the cream does rise to the top in the end, but multiple 1-7 teams and an 0-8, that doesn't fare real well for the Pioneer Valley League, other than the top 3 teams. So as we move forward, we have the Sierra Foothill League. Granite Bay again, we're calling their name out twice at the top of 2 different sports. 10-0, Rockland at 7-3, and Del Oro at 6-4. They are 20-8 on the season, and I would anticipate all 3 of those teams making it to the postseason. Roseville at 4-6, 22-18, still respectable at 22-18. The Miners underwater in both the league and in the overall at 3-7 and 17-20. Tough season for the Miners, who historically are one of the better volleyball programs in the Sierra Foothill League. And again, we're calling out Wood Creek at the bottom once again in volleyball and in football. And we did have an opportunity to catch up with the Union newspaper article that there were multiple violators on the volleyball team that were suspended due to drinking at a party, at a Halloween party over this last week. Not a great message, but maybe that's why they're 3-7. So that's the walk around. We have the band here at the stadium here leaving the field. We have the Center Cougars back out for warm-ups. And
as the band comes off the field, both teams are now back out. Scoreboard shows about 3 minutes left on the clock. And we have Granite Bay now, we have an update on that game here at NU. Granite Bay is now winning 21-7. Let's see if our beloved Miners can make a comeback here in the second half. This game so far, you'll have to say that it is as prescribed. We have Walter Ford on the phone now. We're going to try the telephone call one more time. I know it was a bit scratchy the first time, but we'll throw this to Gil Dominguez and Walter Ford.
All right, go.
Yeah, this is Walter Ford from the Union newspaper. We're out at Nevada Union Granite Bay game here at Hooper Stadium. At the half, Granite Bay leads 21-7. They scored first in the first quarter on a 34-yard touchdown run by Cooley of Granite Bay. And you answered with a Kyle Cota to Ian Davis touchdown, a 30-yard strike, which Davis jumped over the defender to tip the ball to himself. Granite Bay answered with a long sustained drive in the second quarter, and then pushed it in with a 1-yard touchdown run to go 14-7. And you answered, got down to the 1-yard line on a long pass from Kyle Cota to Ian Davis, but then subsequently fumbled the ball, and Granite Bay recovered in the end zone, and then drove down and scored a touchdown with 28 seconds left in the second quarter to go 21-7 at the half. And that's where we stand right now.
Thank you, Walter. Appreciate that update. We'll keep you advised about how NU, if they have a chance to come back. It is giving us some hope that NU still can make the playoffs here this season. And yes, that was a much clearer than we had with Marty. I believe Marty, coming from Bear River, didn't have quite the reception that Walter did. 56 seconds left, and we'll kick this football back off again for the second half. Miners will have some work to do here. Down 11 points. I beg your pardon, the Hillmen. We're talking about the Miners. The Hillmen, of course, will come back here. And they're out on the field here to receive their kickoff.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard here. The Center Cougars, they were shut out in the first, and the Hillmen got on the board with a field goal by Dominic Granieri. And then the Cougars answered with a lot of Jawan Blair, and the defense held the home team to a goose egg.
So Center will put foot to ball. This is Matt Cooper.
Matt Cooper will kick off for center to begin the second half. To number 1, Isaac Grace, and number 10, Todd.
And we're off. Low liner kick. Once again, it will be fielded by Brace, and he gets some room on the sideline. Still running. This is number 10 down the sideline, and this is Valier. To the applause of the crowd around us, gives the Hillmen some field position to get this second half started.
And Paul, if you remember in the first half, they had faked that handoff after the kickoff multiple times, or a punt, but this time they had the keeper to Valier.
The Miners will take over. Quick handoff. This is Michael Robinson. Robinson not able to get much, gets one or two.
Michael Robinson carrying. Cameron Tate.
Robinson sharing the ball, carrying duties tonight with Valier. Peter Denham still under center. Denham straight handoff, making him presence known. Robinson, second carry, gets about 8.
Preston Dobbins at the center, 46.
And it'll be 3rd down and 1.
There is a penalty.
No need to get fancy here. There looks like now we've got a face mask. We've got a flag on the play, flag on the close sideline, and it'll be a 5-yard. And we'll move the chain. So the Hillmen have something cooking here in the second half. Denham getting the play in from center. Pinheiro closest to us. Wide out to the left. Double handoff inside. Lots of running room. This is Valier, and Valier makes his presence known in this second half, and the Hillmen are moving the football. Why pass the ball when you're chewing up yards, 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, and then you can break them away? Hillmen come to the line of scrimmage. Cougars on their heels. Quick handoff out to the right-hand side, getting some running room. This is Brace, and Brace will go out of bounds after a gain of about 8 yards.
Coming out of the second half, this looks like a different team. They are taking big yards in chunks.
Momentum on the side of the Hillmen now, deep in their own territory. Well within field goal range, certainly, but they're thinking touchdown. Here's the replay.
Look at the lead blocker, Robinson, just riding, setting up an extra 5-6 yards for the Hillmen.
So they're going to place the ball. I think what they're thinking now is they're going to actually have a measurement. They may bring the chains all the way across the sideline. The Zebras are all looking at the spot, and they will. They're going to bring the chains across. From here, it looks like it's just a tad bit short. Very important second down, though. Steve, the Hillmen have had a propensity for throwing interceptions or giving the ball back. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I think as long as they keep the ball on the ground, I think that'll greatly decrease the chances of that. Even disregarding the fumble they had in the first half, which did eventually lead to the first touchdown of the game.
And we do have a Hillmen first down.
There's a
Take a look
replay.
at that again.
Coming around the sideline. He needs about 8 yards. Great block right there. The Hillmen are come out with a vengeance. They're hitting people out there on the field. And anytime you get...
I wonder if that's the Hillmen freight train we hear coming through.
It could be. If it is, I hope there's another one. So they're going to start with a fresh set of downs now on their own 16-yard line. Hillmen staying on the ground. Counter buck. He's got some room. Waits for his block. Gets in the end zone. Touchdown. Isaac Grace comes in. Hillmen take the kickoff and take it right down the field to score their first touchdown of the night. Now this is the Hillmen team that we're used to seeing all season long.
That was an incredible drive. Persistent, great play calling, and we stayed on the ground, as Steve mentioned earlier.
Isaac Brace making his presence known on this drive as the Hillmen get in the end zone. High snap, the good kick. Pumps it. No. They're going to say it was no good. He must have pushed it to the left. Hard for us to see from this vantage point. It looked like he went through.
And I look out at the Hillmen, and they are
thought
very perplexed. And they're discussing it now.
One official said it went through. The other one said no. This is odd.
It's in the hands of John Flores at this point. I guess the call will stand.
Now here's a replay of the touchdown, and Hop, let's take a look at this.
Let's take it. I think it was a great run. Counter back to the near side. Fake to Valier, and they just went right up the gut. Cameraman stayed with him. He thought it was such a great fake. And a good cutback, real good cutback. And that was Stone Sander that set up the block for Brace to score the first touchdown of the game. And there's your scoreboard. The Hillmen come out and really show why they are a 9-0 team. Marched right down the field. That was what, Steve? Where did they take the ball on that?
They started on their own 45 and just in 5 plays managed to march it all the way down to the end zone.
Thank you.
So Isaac Brace shows off his abilities getting into the end zone. Hillmen now will come back out on the field. Neri will kick it off. As we said earlier, Graneri had a record of how many times he pumped it into the end zone. Such a big foot, and look at that. It's actually, it will go into the end zone and come out to the 20-yard line. So I think the Center Cougars now have something to prove going into the clubhouse. Ahead by 11 points, are now staring at only a 5-point lead. Back at quarterback will be Anderson. Number 2, Blair in the backfield. Anderson handing off straight up the middle to Blair. Blair bouncing inside, finding a little bit of room. Gets about 4 yards.
And Robbie Lopez was in on the stop.
Hillmen managed to eat up about 6 minutes on the clock in their first drive. So the powder blue helmets of the Center Cougars are looking at second down and about 5. Anderson. He'll keep the ball. This is an option play coming out to the far east side. And he will get a first down by 5 extra yards and move the chains. Both teams seem to be opening up now.
To the 36-yard line.
Spent the first half feeling each other out. Hillmen known for their size and defense. Center Cougars known for their speed and agility. Both teams, big scoring threats, need to unleash their offense here if they're going to win this football game. First down. Anderson finding room on the sideline. There's a flag on the play. That is Chris Sutton, the receiver. play stopped virtually at the same time he caught the ball. It looks like there's going to be maybe an offsides. Scott, did you see a penalty?
I saw a flag go up, and it looked like the tackle moved just before the snap.
The penalty, the call is a chop block. So that will be a 15-yarder, and that will really put the Cougars.
He just marched off 20 yards.
It's a block below the waist, and it takes the penalty is from wherever the infraction occurred. This has put them back a half a mile. It's 1st and 30, or 35. Cougars will hand off. It's an option play again. Anderson will keep it over the left side, and he'll be buried. That's number 30, Stone Sander, coming in and putting the hurt on him. I think the Hillmen were looking for a pass play, and the option play resulted in maybe 5 yards. Here's the replay, Hop.
And this is Sander in on the stop. Just a straight up great open field tackle. Much bigger young man than Anderson. Anderson carries 5'9", 160.
So we have more conversation on the field. I don't see a flag, but the head official is talking. Very active officiating crew tonight. They were in the JV game as well. Have no problem getting that laundry out of their pockets. We're still waiting to see what they're discussing. There is no flag on the field that we can see. And he's coming over here to talk to Coach Montoya. It may be, Hop, that they're talking about the spot of the ball.
It didn't go very far. Oh.
Now they're going to call it down at about the 20-yard line. Okay, they'll start the clock here and we'll play football again. Crowd here on the Placer sideline making some noise. They're looking for a stop. Passing formation, but they'll run it right up the gut. And the Hillmen are saying no. That was number 36.
Tony Suverkrop.
Tony coming over and getting the job done on defense. That will make it 3rd down. And now still about a quarter mile. The scoreboard says 22. There's a quick pass out for flats here. And a good tackle, open field tackle. That's Valier. He gets Blake Tate, the wide receiver, down in a hurry. And now that will bring up 3rd down.
I want to mention Suverkrop. He does lead the Hillmen in tackles. He has 86 on the season. The next closest to him is Lopez at 54. So he's a clear standout on the Hillmen defense.
So 16 yards for the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down. You got to think that the Cougars are in the passing down here. They may still hand off. No, they're going to look to pass. Anderson wants to pass, and he fumbles the football. The ball's live and on the ground. The Hillmen looking to get it. No, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. There was a scrum. Half the Hillmen team and some of the spectators on the sideline looked like we're going after that football, but it's going to be called an incomplete pass.
That was Eddie Vanderdoes.
Here's a replay on that, and let's see if it actually, I don't think his arm was in motion. I think he just spit that ball out here. He looks back the pass there. Gets it, he gets in trouble, and right there, you call that a pass? I don't think so. He pushed it forward, but that could be easily called a fumble. I think that's a live ball, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass, and they're going to punt.
And that was Wyatt Decker.
They're back to punt, almost a block. No flag down. Ball is fielded on a hop.
There was a tremendous amount of pressure
by number 40, Guarnieri.
On the punter, Matt Cooper from center. There could have been a flag on that.
Yeah, they. I don't think you could call that a roughing, but certainly they had half the fraternity back here that gets back in there. Oh, here's a replay now. Let's see this. Now, if you call this a forward pass, I don't think so. In live action now, the Hillmen have broke a long one. That is Isaac Brace, and Isaac Brace is up the sideline. And I don't know what alarm clock went off, but this Placer Hillmen team has woke up for this second half. They are taking the football and running it right down the throats of the Center Cougars. Brace moving the chains for about 45 yards. It's 1st and 10. Handoff, left side. Brace again. Brace finding room, getting about 8 yards. And the door is ajar, and the Hillmen are knocking on it. Injury on the field. He's going to pop up.
In this second half, Brace is finding a tremendous amount of success running behind Brian Berube and Wyatt Decker.
Replay here. Watch Brace finding. He is very good at following his blockers right on through the hole. Brace, low to the ground runner, finding room and getting his 8 yards. And now the ball is being backed up. The officials are determined to get involved in this football game, and there's a holding call. So it'll be 1st down now and about 24, maybe 20. Placer looking to take advantage of the turnover. Right back up the middle again, getting a lot of yardage. That time it's Robinson. Robinson almost getting back to the original line of scrimmage. So Center is going to take a timeout, and they're going to have a talk here over on the sideline, knowing that they're in trouble. The momentum certainly, Steve, has gone towards the Placer Hillmen.
I'll say, and that's completely due to the fact that they are just keeping the ball on the ground. Now they've got Isaac Brace involved in the running game. That gives them 3 very powerful options on the ground. And so far this half, 8 running plays, all have been at least 8 yards. We got a total of 4 first downs so far on 2 possessions. They're just dominating the ground. Yeah, Center right now is definitely in a tailspin.
Yeah, they got to find out where they're at here. They came out the second half after dominating that second quarter, coming out for 14 points, and they haven't been able to do anything. But also a tale of this third quarter is the penalties that have been on the field for both sides. The officials have been flag happy a bit, I would say. Some of their calls are questionable, but if my good friend Jim Adams was here, he would be going off on these guys. Let's let them play. Hopefully the Hillmen can find some way. 2nd down and 12. It's a reverse. Not much room, and held to maybe a yard.
That was number 75 for the Cougars, Anthony Hall, that made it into the backfield to stop Valere for a loss of about 2.
So we've got 3rd down now and long. Hillmen need to convert this 1st down. Back to pass. Denham throws it up for the end zone, and it's intercepted. No, they're going to call it an interception in the back of the end zone.
Interception for Center.
And the official signaled that it was the center ball. It will come out to the 20-yard line. Center will take over, throwing it into coverage again. Denham, that time having less air under his pass, but throwing it right into the defender. The defender playing the ball beautifully. Comes up with the interception, and the Hillmen are denied. Here's the replay.
And that was Valier, the intended receiver, who's not a real tall guy, not like Pinheiro, who's a 6'3" wideout.
So Center with 5 minutes in the third quarter still left. Flags go up. It looks like there was an offside. They'll start from 15 out. One more time on that replay. Steve, what do you see?
I'm seeing just amazing coverage. And again, first pass play of the half, I think that's a definite indicator that they should try and keep the ball on the ground as often as possible and make it a lot harder for Center to get any kind of momentum.
Definitely his feet were in bounds on that interception. So, first and 15. Center Cougars, look, he's ready to pass out to the sideline. He's fighting for it, but it was incomplete. Tolentino pleading with the official on the sideline, saying, I got that ball, but he trapped it. Second down and 15. If the Hillmen can hold them back in here, they can get another good start from excellent field position if they can hold this Center Cougar team. Second down. Hitting the backfield and finding some running room. This guy Blair is one tough cowboy to wrangle down once he gets a little bit of room. If he gets past the line of scrimmage, he is one tough runner. Third down now and about 5, making up the yardage they were penalized. And the Hillmen sideline want to stop. Feet stamping. There it is. They're going to hand it off to their back, and he is not going to make it. He's going to be short by a yard or two, and we're looking at the sideline. It looks like he's about a yard short. It is going to be fourth down. I'll tell you what, if this Center Cougars team are real riverboat gamblers, they're going to go for it, and it appears that they are.
I don't see Matt Cooper out on the field. I don't see a number 80 out there. He's their kicker.
Wow. It's early to be taking this kind of a gamble in my mind. But you know where the ball is going. I got to tell you, this ball is going to number 2, Blair. And there's a penalty. And you know what? It's going to be too much time. So now with 4th and 6, there is just no way they can go for it now. Matt Cooper is being sent out in the field. Cooper has been blocked once tonight and then almost blocked twice after. The Hillmen have to be careful if they do come after it. They lined up that they're coming. Here they come. And they knock him to the ground, and they're going to give the ball back. Just what I was thinking. Very aggressive. The Hillmen make a mental error, run right into the kicker. Blind man can see that. Some boos going up on the sideline here, but no question in anybody's mind that was a penalty. They ran right into the guy, mugged him.
He got
see
clocked.
this. Yeah, he got smacked. Why would you do this? You got great field position and you make this mental error. You don't block the ball, you let him go and you just pop him a good one.
It was Jake Lewis of the Hillmen crashing into Matt Cooper.
Remington King, great camera work on the sideline there. That kind of camera work, you can almost feel the pain. They're moving the chains in the sideline now.
In the first half, it was a turnover that turned the game toward the Cougars. We'll see if it was the roughing the kicker.
That's just about like a turnover, isn't it, Scott?
It certainly is.
39-yard line, 3:57 left in this third quarter. They're going to give it to their workhorse, and Blair will take it on this. And another flag goes up. After the play had already finished, the flag went up. It looks like it's going to be a personal foul. Let's see what this is about. It's unsportsmanlike conduct against Placer.
Coach Montoya is wanting to chat up the referee.
It's on Stone Sander, and Stone is just beside himself. He better control his emotions or he's going to get another one.
So that's two big costly plays in a row going against the Hillmen at a time when we felt the momentum shifting to the team in green. But as they came out with a tremendous amount of emotion into the second half, the fans on our side here, the Hillmen side, are very quiet, and we do hear the spirited crowd in the light blue on the far side. The momentum has shifted again.
So while they write little things down in their little books out there over the ball, maybe they're exchanging phone numbers. I'm not sure what they're doing out there, but these two officials will set the ball, and the Center Cougars will take over from their 42-yard line. Anderson back. Blair in the backfield. It'll be a quick pass to the sideline. This is the pass they didn't complete earlier. That quick hitter is good for about 7 yards. It's Tolentino. David Tolentino. The Hillmen are not playing up on Tolentino. They're going to give him 5 yards. If they can complete that pass, it's going to be good for 4 to 6 yards every time.
And there you look at our score. We're still standing at 14-9.
So Placer needs to bow their backs here and stop this momentum. Turnover right now, right up the gut, and met Isaac Brace coming in and making the tackle, but I believe Blair got enough for the first down. Let's see if they move the chains.
Lewis on the tackle.
Isaac Brace has had an incredible game on both sides of the ball tonight. We've said his name countless times. That's number 1, the senior, Isaac Brace.
They're going to come in, they're going to bring the chains across, and they're going to measure this. Third quarter winding down now, 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. So don't forget, Nevada County Decides Touchdown Productions will join us on Tuesday night, November the 6th for Nevada County Decides 2012. Touchdown Productions, NCTV, and the Union newspaper combined to create the only live election coverage in Nevada County. Our coverage begins at 8:30 and will go until 10:30. So tune in and see how Nevada County weighs on all its local, state, and national races. It's live election coverage exclusively on NCTV, Comcast Channel 11 and 17, Suddenlink Channel 16 and 17, and streaming on the web at www.nevadacountytv.org. So in the meantime, as chocolate chip cookies are passed amongst us in the booth up here, we've got the measurement. It's slightly short. And they will mark the ball at about the 33-yard line. A little bit of a chill in the air now all of a sudden, as the Hillmen will try to stop the Cougars on third down. Quick hitter. Looks like they got enough. Anderson will take it himself.
For the first down for Center.
And it is moving the chains.
Made the tackle at the 31.
Well, they have good field position, but as we recall, there was blocking or roughing the punter and then a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct that tallied for 30 yards.
Yeah, don't remind me. Back to Anderson. He has a new set of downs. He's looking to pass the football. Wants the screen pass, doesn't have it, gets away from the defender, and finally just throws it in the ground. And there'll be a grounding, more laundry thrown up.
Anderson's pass.
If he was out of the pocket, I don't think they can call him for grounding the football, but let's see what happens here. It's going to be against the Hillmen. No.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
It's illegal receivers downfield, and it will actually go against the Center Cougars. So the Hillmen get a break here. And perhaps penalties will work in their favor for a change. And it'll make it 1st and 15.
They're in a 4 wide receiver set. We could look for a deep ball here.
Straight handoff, slipping slightly as he gets the ball. That's number 2, Blair.
Deron Belair, the ball carrier.
And the Hillman defense finds some momentum as they push Blair back another couple of yards. They'll make it 2nd down and about 16 now. Passing down. Spreading formation right and left. Man in a slot left. Anderson looking over the field. Faking the ball, and he'll throw long, and he's got a receiver wide open that hits him right in the face. That ball could have got stuck in the middle of his face mask.
Anderson's pass incomplete, intended for Gervais.
Put his hands up, went right through his hands and aimed in the face. Third down.
So
we got a replay of this, Scott.
Yeah, it was just a fake handoff up the middle. Lots of time. A flag came out. We see it there on the ground in the middle. And unfortunately for this young man, Brace.
You know, all the good things he's done tonight.
And that's the one that
he'll probably remember. They're going to back it up. But now there has been another penalty on the field. A chop block has been called, and now it's 3rd and an acre. 30 yards for the Cougars here. Faking the run, he'll throw it long, and it will be incomplete. 2 streaking receivers out there for Anderson, who threw a beautiful ball, just could not complete it. Out there to defend, number 40, Grandier. Manages to stay away from the receiver and doesn't get a penalty called on him. Imagine that here, Steve. We just had a whole 2 plays in a row without a penalty.
Yeah, that's somewhat shocking considering just in this quarter alone there have been 9 penalties, 6 going to center.
9 penalties in the quarter. That's a bit much. So 3rd and 30 now. Cougars looking to throw the football. He's getting some time, but now he's getting run. It looks like he's going to go out of bounds.
Anderson, the ball carrier, run out of bounds.
And the Cougars will be forced to punt the football.
At the 48 of Placer, the 4th down.
Good pass defense, wouldn't you say, Hop?
I would, and I was very impressed with Sander, the tight end linebacker, who kept containment the whole time to lead Anderson out of bounds.
Todd Valier deep for Placer.
They'll be back to punt the ball. Good snap. This time they don't run into him. Ball will be bounced and go out of bounds. Looks like at about the 12-yard line over there, 13. So the Hillmen are staring at a lot of green grass in front of them, but they have the football, and they will go on offense. It'll be 1st down on their own 13-yard line. Be sure to join us next week. We'll continue with the football playoffs. First round of the playoffs, and stay tuned. We'll figure out who we're going to be calling. There's a number of games that we could be covering. It's very likely we'll be covering right here from Placer Stadium. So, the Hillmen on the move, staying on the ground. That is Brace.
Isaac Brace, the ball carrier, brought down
Isaac
by
getting
Garrett
about
Rose
3 or 4 yards.
at the 16.
So far, if they, like Steve Sitter has been saying, if they just stay on the ground and quit trying to throw the pie, they are much better off. Pinheiro having one of the few receptions tonight. Here's out in the flats. And that goes nowhere, so it'll be 3rd down and about 5 now. Coach Montoya looking at 37 seconds left in the quarter. They'll get at least this play
Tate
off.
with the tackle at the 18.
Pinheiro, number 3, brings the play in. And there goes out far left. And because the clock was winding down, Coach Montoya is forced to take a timeout.
And Paul, you've been calling Isaac Brace's name a lot tonight. He is their leading ball carrier. He's averaging almost 8 yards a carry. He's touched the ball 102 times. Mathematically, that puts him at around 832 yards. You also have Robinson, another name you've been chattering a lot. He's touched the ball 95 times, and he has 581 with 9 touchdowns to lead his team.
Well, the Hillmen now, I wouldn't say this is a critical 3rd down and 5, but they certainly don't need a 3 and out to give the football back to a very potent Cougars offense here with decent field position. This deep in their own territory, they wouldn't want to have to use 2 downs to pick up the 1st down, but I think that certainly will be on Coach Montoya's mind. Quickly to the ball. In passing formation, and it jumped off the sides. That was Michael Robinson. I think they got to the ball so quickly they were going to try and quick snap it. And Robinson jumps off sides, so they're back to 3rd and 10 now.
I want to just take a minute and talk about the 2 scoring drives that the Hillmen have achieved. They have they scored on the first drive of the game, and then they scored again on the first drive in the second half. and it seems like the Cougars have adjusted to their offense.
We're back to live action, Hop, and that's Pinheiro. And Pinheiro catches his second ball of the night, stays in bounds, and just when they needed it the most, the Hillmen come up with a big play. Throwing the football to Pinheiro, who is their key receiver tonight. Moving the ball past midfield. Here's a replay. Let's take a look at this. All kinds of time now. Pinheiro finding room between two defenders, and then after the catch, keeping his feet, finding the sideline, and down the field he goes. Hillmen are in business. Under the ball. Handoff. This is Brace. Brace finding the sideline. Up to the 40. Gain of 8 yards.
Spencer Bracey with a tackle at the center 41-yard line.
Momentum now all of a sudden is favoring the Hillmen as the quarter ends. That's the end of the third quarter.
And Paul, we're still sitting under a packed house here. The band is up playing. People are standing. The students are cheering. It's a real lively crowd on this Friday night here at Placer High School.
Well, we got ourselves a football game going on here. First half, first quarter, you wouldn't think anything was happening, but both of these teams came out after the second half, motivated by their coaches or whatever. Two different football field teams came on this field. If these officials can keep the laundry in their pockets, let these teams play, an awful lot of penalties.
We'd like to thank
Steve, how many do we have in the third quarter alone?
In the third quarter alone, there were 10 penalties, and of those 10, I would say 5 contributed to extreme momentum changes. This game has been a very emotional one.
And there we are looking at our scoreboard. We're sitting at 14-9. Placer scoring in the odds and Center in the even.
So here we go. Beginning of the fourth quarter, the battle of the unbeatens and the Hillmen have momentum. Isaac Brace starts and moves the chains.
At the 31, the yardage good for a Hillman first down.
As the Hillmans will get a fresh set of downs on about their 30-yard line. Staying on the ground with a reverse, but going nowhere. In fact, hit for a loss.
Isaac Brace stopped for a loss on the play.
His head hit the ground really hard.
Yeah, Isaac Brace found himself in a very slow developing play. Loss of about 8 yards. Pinheiro bringing the play in. Quick handoff. That's Valère. Valère with that inside reverse play. It's been effective pretty much all night long. Gets a lot of the yardage back. It'll be 3rd and 9. 10 minutes, 34 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. The Hillmen with another critical third down that they need to convert. Inside again. He's got running room. And there's another flag on the play.
Isaac Brace, the ball carrier. Robert Gervais made the tackle.
Isaac Brace finding all kinds of running room underneath. But there's going to be a hold. Let's see if we can see it. Right inside now. I don't see any hold so far.
I don't either.
Whatever that is, well, they're. If you'll play that back one more time, Gil, you will see after the block, after the ball carrier passed the line of scrimmage. And this is, you've got to look at this. Here it is in the top of your screen, right there. And you see that he's throwing the flag and it's more momentum. So it's 3rd down and long. They're going to try it around the outside. Getting a little bit of room, but stopped before he can get back down to the original line of scrimmage.
Valier carrying. Swin on the tackle along with Dobbins.
With all these running plays,
At the
the clock
33.
is not slowing down any.
Imagine that.
I know, it's amazing. Which definitely plays into the hands
So we
of
have
the center
4th
team.
down and we have 4th and long. Coach Montoya is choosing with 4th and 11 to go for it. They're going to drop back and pass. He's got Pinheiro and he throws an interception. Up the sideline, he's got lots of room and he's got blockers. They need to stop him, push him out of bounds. He's going to go the distance, it looks like. No, stopped at about the 25-yard line. And guess what? There's a flag on the play.
David Tolentino with the interception for center.
Coach Montoya on the sideline talking to his quarterback, Peter Denham, who basically just threw the ball right into the hands of the defender. Here's the replay. You can see Denham looking back.
There is a holding penalty.
Now he has time, lets the goal, but he's just not a real accurate passer. Throws it right over his head, throws it right into the arms of the defender. If that ball hadn't sailed, Pinheiro was wide open. But the defender up the sideline needs to take a moment here and wait for his blockers to develop if he had.
And you'll notice here Brian Berube, it comes in on the stop as the savior from the long touchdown interception.
Taking a good angle, number 52 comes in and saves the day. Berube. But after the penalty now, the Cougars will take over, 9 minutes on the clock. He will keep the ball, that's Anderson, and he'll be driven out of bounds with a loss.
Tyrell Anderson tackled by Lopez at the Placer 47.
Second down and 11. Clock. The friend of the Cougars up by 5. Anderson in shotgun formation, looking over the field. And on the far sideline, there's a timeout.
Timeout center, their second.
Coach for center on the sideline did not like the play call or didn't like what he saw on the field. Burns his second timeout. No one is leaving either side. This game's still up for grabs. There's your scoreboard. Although, Steve, you'd think that this half was a much more active half for both teams. Very little scoring.
Oh, much, and that's, again, the fault of the penalties, with now a total of 12 in this half. 5 for Placer, 7 for center. And that's really what it's been about. Big drives coming to screeching halts at the end of turnover or at the end of a penalty. There's a lot of different momentum changes, and it's really hard for one team to get anything going. And of special note, there have only been 3 pass plays for Placer. Peter Denham has only thrown the ball 3 times this half, 2 of which have been for interceptions.
Yeah, so you would, wouldn't you say that was a pretty low percentage?
Oh, that's a very low percentage, especially when you consider in the first half he only threw 9 passes, 1 of those an interception. So of 12 passes, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, I think Denham is better off just holding on to the ball and keeping it on the ground, no doubt about it. Well, that was a fine defensive play busting through the line. That's the man that they have a hamburger named after. Eddie Vandross comes through. Watch this guy. Here's Eddie doing what Eddie's supposed to be doing, which is knocking the quarterback down. Now it's 3rd down and long, and the Center Cougars are facing a 3-and-out situation here. Hillmen trying to make a stop, and they do! Busting through the line, number 36. How do you pronounce that name, Scott?
Okay, that's Tony Suberkrop, inside linebacker. Shot the gap and attacked Anderson.
Good defensive play put on Coach Montoya, sending Suberkrop from his right linebacker position, getting it done. And here's the punt. Kind of a weak spinner. Ball is going to bounce, and Center will down it on the 24-yard line. So with 8 minutes left here in the football game, let's take a look at this replay. And Steve, why don't you take a look at this and call this replay?
Well, it's a pretty quick snap. Everything looking good, but just massive penetration on the line. The Center's line completely fell apart and allowed pretty much every lineman for Placer just free range at their quarterback.
No question about that one. There was more green in the backfield than there was grass. So, Placer has a chance to go ahead. They're going to have to keep the ball on the ground, though, and they're going to have to keep the penalties at a minimum.
And for those of you people checking the Hillmen out for the first time, Pete Denham, he has come into the game only throwing 4 interceptions, and he has 3 on the night. So he's having a tough night here against the Cougars.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball a little high, and it's play getting set up here, and that is Brace finding some room on the right side,
made the tackle at the 33.
following his block by number big 72, Allinger, on the right side. Be 3rd down and about 2. They're going to give it right up the middle to Michael, and Michael's going to find it.
Michael Robinson.
New energy coming out of the Hillmen, both on the sideline and the stands and on their offense. If they can keep the laundry off the field and keep the ball on the ground, they've got a chance. 6:54 left. Inside handoff. That's been open all night. And it's another 1st down. Almost breaking it the whole way is Brace. Boy, look at that. That young man right there has carried this football team, and he is my choice for player of the game so far. We'll all talk about that. Steve, Scott, and I will choose the Bill Sladen Son Trucking Award player of the game tonight. Right there, you see with his back to you.
I'm going to pile on and say that he has had a spectacular game. We've called his name on both sides, on offense and on defense. Steve, what do you think?
Well, I'm thinking, depending on who wins this game, it'll definitely be whoever, it'll be the running back for whichever team wins this game, because they have been the entire offense all night.
Reverse inside handoff, finding some room on the outside. I believe this is number 10. This is Valier.
Todd Valier, the ball carrier.
Valier will be finding some room there, and I think he got about 6.
With the tackle at the center 46-yard line.
Do you notice there's a jersey change out here? Number 56, Jake Lewis just put on a different number jersey.
I don't know, maybe he signed that one and gave it to a fan. You're right, he just did that. And
now it's coming off. Number 71.
No, I'm not sure what's going on there. He may have, it looks like it's ripped to shreds, but we'll see what's happening with that. The clock will start Hillmen, Pinheiro bringing in the play. Hillmen 2nd down and 5. Just crossed midfield. They're going to keep it on the ground, and this time Brace is met in the backfield. He'll lose a yard, and another long 3rd down for the Hillmen.
He doesn't have a chance. This guy comes out of the backfield on the defensive side from center and made a great open field tackle, wrapped him up, and slammed him into the ground.
This is the time when conditioning comes into play. And they get some running room and a 1st down. Everybody followed the fake, but right up the middle, it looked like it was Brace again. Michael Robinson on the fake. Half the center team followed him, but Brace had the football. And Brace converts. So there is life in this Hillmen offense. Here they come. That's Febvre. Febvre waiting for his block up the sideline. Another 1st down for the Hillmen. And this horse is running.
David Tolentino made the tackle at the center 18.
They wind the clock after moving the chains, and from about the 20-yard line, the Hillmen are in business. Up the middle, this is Michael Robinson. Michael Robinson gets a couple of yards. Here's a replay. Now watch how patient he is. This is Febvre coming around the outside, waiting for his blockers.
And that's Robinson out front.
A missed tackle here, and now he knows that he's going to get himself a nice gainer down to about the 18-yard line. 2nd down, straight up the middle. Again, staying on his feet. That's Febvre again. Isaac Brace, you can see, is a bit winded. He may be tired. Febvre says, give me that football, I'll bring it home. And they move the chains.
The crowd is firing up. People are standing.
3 1st downs in a row on 3 running plays. Just don't try to throw the football and the Hillmen could score. On the ground, Febvre trying for the sidelines. Runs out of bounds and stops the clock with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left.
Bounced out of bounds.
It looks like they've been running the same play 3 consecutive times.
Well, it'll be 2nd and goal now. The ball on about the 4-yard line, it would appear from our position. It's hard for us to see from here. 2nd down and 4, 2nd down and goal. Right up the middle. It's Febvre. Febvre finding it. He wants it. He finds it. The Hillmen score. With 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the football game, the Hillmen find the end zone and go ahead 15-14. And this crowd is grinning ear to ear.
It looks like they may be going for 2 here.
Why not? They're up by 1. 2 would force the Cougars to get a touchdown or a field goal to tie, obviously. And they're running the ball good. Why not? Trying for the 2 points, and he's denied. That was an inside handoff to Brace, and Brace was denied. But the Hillmen defense will go on the field, and they will try to protect a 1-point lead here at Placer High School. The flags are flying, the bands are playing, and the Hillmen, for the first time tonight, go ahead by 1. Here's a replay. And the replay. There it is.
There it goes.
Now straight up the middle. This is just sheer guts and determination. Waiting for his blocker. Great big hole. And that is Valier, who deserved the touchdown after running the ball successfully again and again.
To the press box. A set of keys has been turned into the press box.
So the Hillmen.
Your keys, please report to the press box.
Maybe that was the present that Coach Montoya was looking for.
But we still have 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in this football game, and the Center Cougars are going to have something to say about it yet. Back to receive the ball. This is one time where they need to have one pumped into the back of the end zone, and it won't. It'll be kicked out of bounds. That's not what they wanted. It'll come out to the 30. Hillmen defense on the field. Like I said earlier, this is when conditioning and teamwork come in play. They've got to keep the penalties off the field, and they've got to stop this Center Cougar team, who will use every single down to try to get first downs down the field. Anderson from the shotgun, looking out, throws it out to the outside in the flats. Ball carrier stays inbounds for a gain of about 6.
Lewis and Vander goes on the tackle.
Gervalis
At the 43 of Center.
the receiver and ball carrier. Second down now and 4. Defense threatening to blitz. It's going to be, they're going to hold the football. This is Anderson finding some room. He'll get a first down, staying on his feet, and he's ridden out of bounds finally at about his own 30-yard line. Anderson, taking it upon himself, had the option to hand the football off, but said, no, I'm going to just keep this one. And what a fine running play that was, Scott.
It was incredible, and if you did notice at the end, when Valier did run him out of bounds, they had some niceties, and the referee did step in to break them up. Could have been a costly penalty for either team.
Just exchanging recipes, Scott, just exchanging recipes. Anderson looking over the field, wants to hand off. He does. To his favorite ball carrier, Blair. 2:43 left.
I'm sensing some urgency here out of the Cougars. They are putting together a nice drive, marching down the field against the Hillmen defense that has not given up a score in the second half.
Well, the Hillmen can't be looking over their shoulder at the clock. They've got to hold this team. We've seen them throw from this position before into the back of the end zone. Anderson takes the snap, keeps it for himself, goes right up the middle. That play is going to get virtually nothing, and it's going to burn a lot of time off the clock.
We have an injury on the field.
And he is...
That's Jake Lewis.
Lewis, who has been one of the heart and soul players of this team defensively today. I'm going to guess that he had the air knocked out of him. Lewis, a linebacker.
He has 17 tackles on the season.
Well, we've called his name a number of times tonight. Yeah, it looks like he had the air knocked out of him. They're going to get him up. Well, we got a minute 58 left on the clock, and when something like this happens, player goes down in the field, everything just stops. You would have to think this works to the advantage of the Hillmen, who are on defense, now are looking at holding the Cougars. It's third down and about 5. The Cougars will definitely take 2 downs here. You would think that they'll keep the ball on the ground. Anderson has been very effective as a runner, but I don't think he's going to try and pass this football. If it was incomplete, they'd be facing 4th and 5. They'll get back on the huddle and they'll talk about it again. Don't forget, playoffs start next week here. Touchdown Productions will bring you the pick of the litter. We probably will be right back here to follow our beloved Placer Hillmens. Marty Mortensen and Scott Hopper will be right here to see if we can bring these Hillmen to a championship. But right now, they got meat and potatoes on their plate in the way of the Center Cougars. 1:51 left on the clock. Third down. Anderson wants to keep it for himself and does. He's going to be just slightly short. Clock continues to run. Cougars only have 1 timeout left.
Stone Sander with the tackle.
It'll be 4th down and 2. And here's the play of the ball game. Cougars taking their time in the huddle. Clock down to 1:19. Play still has not come in from the sideline yet, and they're going to have to burn their last timeout.
Timeout Center, their third.
Steve, the coach obviously is, that was a brain cramp on the coach's part, huh?
I'd say either that or he's running the clock down intentionally so that if a field goal is kicked, Placer would have even less time to try and make a run for it. Because right now they've got ample time. It's not like this was going to be the last play of the game, but honestly probably a lot of indecision because 1:13 is a long time.
In any sport, and you're right about that. And, you know, I hadn't even thought about the fact that they may be trying to burn clock just to keep the ball away from the Hillmen. We have yet to see a kicker tonight on the field that could attempt a field goal. So
we have seen Matt Cooper out on the kickoff, and he has always fallen short of even the 10-yard line. So I'm not certain that his leg is going to get it done from this distance. They would need at least 20 more yards to give this young man a chance.
Well, here's the deal. We got 4th down right now. We got 4th and 3. 4th and 2, 2.5. They can kick the field goal right now, and that may be what they're discussing. If they kick the field goal right now and take their shot at it, it would be the last shot that they've got at winning this football game. If they don't get this 4th down, this game is over. So, with that said, these 2 unbeaten teams come down to 1 play. 1:13 left. The crowd is on their feet. They need 2 yards. They're lined up tight. They're going to go outside, and he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. The Hillmen are going to win this football game. They are coming off the field, and the Placer Hillmen are going to be undefeated in the PVL for the first time and win the league championship as they take over on downs. A slip and fall in a muddy field maybe, but more likely an ill-advised play. They lined up tight. He tried to go around the outside, couldn't keep his feet, and now all they have to do is kneel on the ball. The Placer Hillmen, there is everybody in the stadium is on their feet. And the Placer Hillmen, for the first time, will go undefeated and win the championship. And there it is. And the crowd lets them know it. Clock ticking away. It's a formality now. The Cougars with no timeouts. The Hillmen coming out in the second half, managing to find their way down into the end zone with about 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Despite the barrage of flags, despite penalties, interceptions, they find a way to win. Here's the replay. First, let's see the celebration as they come off undefeated. Your Placer Hillmen.
2012 Pioneer Valley League football champions.
And that's Coach Joey Montoya's first league championship. And let's just let the picture tell the story as this crowd and this team celebrate an undefeated season. Here's a replay of that final play.
And Anderson just slips and falls.
It looks like he's got room. He wants to cut inside. He only needs 2 yards. And he just slips. And you can see the bottoms of his shoes have collected a lot of mud. He wanted to make that turn upfield. And he has been a very, very good, deceptive, strong runner all night. There we are. The Placer crowd celebrating. I have played on championship football teams, and there is no better feeling. This team will remember this moment all their lives.
Well said.
As they stand for the alma mater, you've heard this at the Kendall, but you know, there's tears out there. It's hard to see it from here, but I can see a happy bunch. They worked hard all year, and now they will celebrate.
And the student body, they're chasing them down.
A final score, another final score.
And with that undefeated season also, the benefit will go to the field advantage. They will be here for the playoffs, and they will have home games all the way through the playoffs. So with that said, let's take a break here. This has been your Touchdown Production Sports Network. We'll be back at you.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online, or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
The Owl has been part of Mill Street for 132 years. The hand-carved Austrian cherrywood bar was built in 1880, and the food has become legendary with entrees including steak and prawns cooked to perfection.
We put 3 new HD TVs in the bar and the lounge area. We're going to be starting a Monday Night Football special. We'll have different specials in the bar.
Enjoy a great meal with family and friends at the new Owl Grill and Saloon. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I love SPD Market because I know all the people here and I've been coming here for a long time. I do all my socializing here and they're just a great community supporter.
I like SPD Market because it's like coming home and seeing all the people I've known for years.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is under new management and has joined the management family at Magnuson's Auburn Toyota, so you can expect the same great customer service. Right now it's Ram Power Days with the new 2012 Ram diesel trucks, Jeep Wranglers, and the new Jeep Grand Cherokees arriving daily. It's Ram Power Days at Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Auburn. B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
So there you have it on the field. Parents, teammates, coaching staff, all down there to celebrate. You can see the cameras flashing. Moments that will be remembered all of these players' lives, the championship undefeated team. And they will be big favorites as we head into the playoffs. Scott, who's the player of the game?
Okay, I really firmly believe that Isaac Brace, running back, carried the load for really the second half and really for the most part for the entire game. We called his name countless times. I would state that he is well over 100 yards. How about you, Steve?
Oh, I couldn't agree more. With 28 total carries just in the second half, he wasn't that active in the first half with the combination of Valier and Robinson, but I would guess that of the 28 running plays of the second half, he was responsible for at least 22, 23 of them.
So we're gonna call it right now. The Bill Slade and Sons trucking player of the game. There it is, number 1, Isaac Brace. Congratulations, young man. We'll be right back. This is your Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The fun starts at Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RV, marine, and fishing. Top This is Grass Valley's only outfitter with access to millions of products and the knowledge to help you choose what's right for you. They're serious about outfitting your truck, boat, or RV. As for fishing, talk to Chuck. Top This, your premier accessory outfitter for truck, RVs, marine, and fishing. The Bratton family invites you to join them as they honor the memory of their son, Michael II, at the Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run Thanksgiving morning at Febvre Stadium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Last year, a record number of runners participated, raising money for the MEB2 Foundation, sponsoring a new day and suicide and depression awareness. It's the Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot 5 and 10K run. The Hauser family reminds you, if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
There we are back here. Placer High School, as we see, everybody is down on the field celebrating. No Placer player has left yet for the locker room. I understand from our executive producer, Gilbert M. Dominguez, we have that last play one more time. This is the final and deciding play. And you'll see quarterback Tyrell Anderson, number 7, take the ball. He'll keep it himself. It'll be a quarterback keeper. He'll try to go left down the line of scrimmage. He'll try to cut up field. He'll slip, aided by a Placer defender right here. If he makes that cut for 2 yards, the down is extended. It is not, and there's your final score. Thanks tonight to Steve Sitter for our stats. Steve, you did a great job tonight. Come on back. Of course, Hop, my buddy Scott Double Hopper. And we'll be seeing Marty next week for another Placer Hillmen game. Executive producer, Mr. Gilbert M. Dominguez. Remote coordinator, Daniel Paddock. Camera operators, Remington King and Daniel Paddock. Thanks, boys. Great job tonight. Announcers, we had Scott Hopper, Steve Sitter, and myself, Paul Brown. Office manager, Lynn Dominguez. And remote facilities, of course, our commander, too. Technical equipment, Grass Valley, 50 years of TV innovation. Touchdown accounting, Cinto Graziano LLP, voted Nevada County's very best. Player of the Game Award, Bill Sladen Sons Trucking, and of course Stookie Engravers. Thanks so much for that. The boys really appreciate it, gentlemen. Scoreboard sponsor, YouTube, Game of the Week channel. And the Commander Facility Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service. You can order DVDs of this game and any of 1,500 games. You have 8 ways to watch us. Watch us on Comcast YouTube. This is Touchdown Productions. You've been watching the NorCal Game of the Week. We'll see you next time when Placer takes on another championship opponent. Good night, all.